Millie Bobby Brown detailing how safe she has always felt working with David Harbour on the Stranger Things set is turning into one of the most talked about celebrity stories of the moment. And it's because her words cut straight through weeks of rumors, speculation, and sensational headlines. Over the past month, the internet has been buzzing with claims of tension, alleged complaints, and supposed fallouts between two of the show's most beloved stars. But now, Millie is speaking for herself, and she's doing it with clarity, conviction, and an emotional honesty that only deepened the public's fascination with what has truly been happening behind the scenes. And to understand why her statement is hitting the internet with this much force, you have to look at the story from the beginning, not just the last month, but the last decade, because what Millie and David share is far more complex, far more layered, and far more meaningful than a few viral posts or rumors circulating online. Their relationship sits at the emotional center of Stranger Things, and in many ways, it sits at the emotional center of Millie's own journey from child actor to global superstar. When Stranger Things first premiered back in 2016, Millie Bobby Brown was barely 12 years old, a talented, expressive child stepping into the role of 11, a mysterious girl with powers, trauma, and a heartbreaking vulnerability. She had the weight of the entire story on her shoulders. And by her side, grounding her, guiding her, and elevating her performance was David Harbour, playing Chief Jim Hopper, a grief-stricken, hardened, deeply emotional dad figure who unexpectedly finds a child to protect. Their chemistry was immediate, undeniable, and powerful. Fans fell in love with the two of them from the moment Hopper wrapped that blanket around 11, from the moment they shared those quiet kitchen scenes, from the moment the show revealed their broken souls fit together like family. And that bond wasn't just written in the script, it grew in real life. Millie has spoken for years about how David became someone she trusted deeply. He wasn't just a veteran actor on set, he was a grounding presence, a teacher, someone who understood how to support a young performer navigating the pressures of global fame. Their work together is emotional, heavy, complex, full of yelling, crying, tension, and breakthroughs. And none of that can happen unless two actors trust each other on the deepest level. Which is why the rumor that Millie had filed a multi-page harassment and bullying complaint against Harbour hit the internet like a bomb. The idea that the warm, protective bond between 11 and Hopper was secretly toxic behind the scenes was enough to send shockwaves across TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and nearly every corner of the Stranger Things fandom. People asked, how could this be? How could the relationship fans held so close to their hearts be the opposite in real life? Within hours, social media exploded with theories, misinformation, commentary videos, edits, fan breakdowns, and debate threads. Some people believed the rumors instantly. Some dismissed them. Some demanded evidence. Others defended both Millie and Harbour fiercely. But what really fed the fire was silence, because for several weeks, neither Millie nor David addressed the allegations. And silence on the internet is like oxygen to speculation. Fan pages began digging into years-old behind-the-scenes clips, looking for signs. Commentators analyzed interviews, red carpet videos, and panel appearances looking for tension. Compilation videos of awkward moments started trending. Every frame of every reunion, blooper reel, and cast photo was suddenly being dissected like evidence in a crime case. And with Stranger Things Season 5 arriving, the final chapter of one of the most beloved shows of all time, the stakes were even higher. But now, Millie Bobby Brown has put the story to rest with a single, powerful statement. When asked directly how she felt working alongside David Harbour during Season 5, she didn't pause, she didn't hesitate, she didn't deflect. Her answer was simple, honest, and spoken with confidence. Of course I felt safe. With those words, everything changed. She emphasized that she has worked with David for a full decade, nearly half her lifetime, and during all those years she has felt supported, respected, protected, and deeply comfortable. She made it clear that the Stranger Things set has always been a collaborative, respectful environment, one where she never felt threatened, intimidated, or mistreated. In fact, she described their relationship as closer than ever during the filming of the final season. And that makes sense, because season 5 demands everything from them emotionally. Their characters go through some of their most intense and heart-wrenching moments yet. Millie explained how she and David prepared together, discussed emotional beats, explored character motivations, and built the emotional foundation needed to deliver the scenes fans will soon see. She revealed that many of their conversations happened privately, quietly, before difficult scenes, moments filled with trust, vulnerability, and artistic partnership. She praised Harbour's professionalism, his deep understanding of character dynamics, and his commitment to creating a space where she could feel emotionally safe while performing. She said he has always been someone she can rely on, someone who understands that acting is not just pretending, it's emotional excavation. It's going into dark places, pulling out pain, memory, fear, and turning it into art. And when two characters share trauma, connection, and such intense emotional arcs, the actors must trust each other implicitly. Millie said that trust has never been broken, not once in 10 years. And that speaks louder than any rumor. When fans saw Millie and David together at the season 5 premiere, smiling, standing side by side, laughing with the cast, many said it instantly felt like confirmation that the online drama had been blown out of proportion. But hearing Millie explain it in her own words, without hesitation or ambiguity, solidifies the truth. Their relationship is stronger than the noise. She even said she hopes Hopper and 11 fans will feel the impact of their scenes in the final season because they poured years of love and emotional labor into closing that arc out properly. Meanwhile, reactions online shifted dramatically after Millie's comments went public. Many fans expressed relief, saying they believed in the bond Millie and David have always shown. Some criticized gossip outlets for spreading unverified allegations. Others praised Millie for speaking with maturity and grace, instead of feeding into the online frenzy. Her calm, straightforward tone became part of the story, a reminder that celebrities are often caught in narratives they never asked for, pushed by algorithms, speculation, and constant public scrutiny. Behind the scenes, the Stranger Things production team has maintained from the beginning that the set has always been a safe and healthy work environment. They've repeatedly emphasized that the cast functions like a family, that conflicts are handled professionally, and that the narrative being spread online doesn't match the reality they've lived for the last decade of filming. And when you listen to Millie's words, that sentiment becomes even more believable. You can hear respect in her voice, you can hear appreciation, you can hear the emotional weight of a decade-long partnership coming to an end as the show wraps forever. Because that's another layer to this story. Stranger Things is ending. After 10 years of dedication, sacrifice, emotional labor, and global fame, this chapter is closing for both Millie and Harbour. And when you are saying goodbye to a character you've lived with for a third of your life, the relationships built along the way become even more meaningful. Millie said filming the end of Hopper and Eleven's story required every ounce of trust and emotional strength she had, and that she could only give that because she felt completely safe with her scene partner. Her words remind fans that acting, especially in emotionally heavy shows, is not just reading lines. It's trusting someone to catch you when you're at your most vulnerable. It's knowing that the person across from you will respect your boundaries, support your performance, and help you tell the story truthfully. And for Millie Bobby Brown, David Harbour has been that person since she was a child. As the final season continues to dominate global attention and millions of viewers prepare to say goodbye to characters they've loved for years, Millie's clarity serves as the definitive truth in a sea of speculation. Her message is simple, powerful, and emotionally resonant. The bond between her and David Harbour is intact, strong, and grounded in respect. The emotional power fans will see in their final scenes together is the direct result of a decade of trust, care, and artistic partnership, not the drama the internet tried to manufacture. And now that Millie has spoken, the story shifts from rumor to reality, from noise to truth, from speculation to the emotional core of what makes Stranger Things so special. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.